I will share with you now the idea of how you can make your membership program work, right? Your customers are getting successes inside of it and you are growing it on demand by following this weekly and a daily execution routine of activities that you do on a daily or weekly basis, right? Through which you make it all work. You are supporting your existing customers, they are achieving successes, and you are signing more members on demand on a regular and daily basis. Let's dive into this video right now. Here is what I discovered. You're gonna not be able to grow your membership program if you're gonna not do some kind of work on a weekly and a daily basis. Yes, first of all, you're gonna need to set it all up for yourself, right? You're gonna need to create your membership program offer, have your membership program in place so you can accept people. But if you don't start being consistent with certain efforts on a weekly and a daily basis through which you're going to be signing more members come to you, first of all, and secondly, if you're not going to support your members who you're signing in consistently on a weekly basis as well, so they're succeeding, everything is going to fall apart for you. So understand this, we want to do two things on a weekly basis, right? It's like a line, right? Here in the middle. On the left side here, right? You need to support your existing members and make them succeed. Secondly, on the right side here, you need to sign more members who are coming to you or who you are reaching out to or who you are talking to or through automated systems, right? You need to attract more people come to you to sign into your membership program, right? So this is an idea of this middle line here. On the left side you have customers and on the right side you have leads. I've wrote them down here, kind of leads on top and customers on the bottom, right? But just so you have an idea, you have customers, you have the leads. Now, you need to do certain work on a regular basis to get your leads turned into your members, right? And to get your customers succeed. Because some of your people, your members, your customers, right, will not always come to the weekly group call. They will not watch the videos. They're not going to be following through your program and they're not going to do the work, right? And you need to have a system in place through which you can support them to succeed. Secondly, the leads, the contacts that you can sell into your membership program, right? They also need to be guided to the idea of how they can sign into your membership program now. And this is what we're going to cover right now. How to make it work. I created a weekly or a daily. This is like a weekly/daily execution routine. If you just do these certain activities that I'm going to share with you right now on a weekly and a daily basis, you're going to be succeeding. You're going to be making it all work. This routine is especially important for you to respect if you are just starting out as an online coach. If you don't have 5 members yet, if you don't have 10 members, 15 members paying you yet, you should follow this quiet disciplinely. Later, when you get to 30, 50 people paying you, yes, you can start doing the free flow work, right? Like, oh, I live this life, I'm posting some content, I'm taking some calls here and there, I'm signing members into my program, my customers are happy, they're already all supporting one another, right? They're referring more people to come. Later on, you can get it loose, you can get it let go. At the beginning, no, you need to focus, right? I need you to respect this 1 hour daily execution routine a lot. So this is how it works. And by the way, remember guys, before I told you there is an idea here of customer support. We're gonna talk about that right now. So now let's talk about the leads that we need to take care of and the customers that we are taking care of. And you gotta do these activities on a weekly and a daily basis. For you to turn your leads into customers, you're gonna need to do these 3 activities on a weekly and a daily basis. Number 1, you're gonna want to focus on the idea that you are reaching out to or following up with 5 people per day. You can do 2 or 3 per day or so, but my point is, can you be consistent on a weekly and a daily basis reaching out to new people and or following up with people who are already on your list? This is gonna all make sense to you after I've wrapped the whole lesson, right? But 5 people per day reached out to or followed up with is the key. Secondly, you're gonna need to add new people to the list on a weekly and a daily basis. And you're gonna add people to your list from your existing warm network through creating more social media content by getting your customers, right, refer to you more contacts, more leads, right? And for example, if you are doing the automated systems, right, you can grow your list by email list building as well, right? So you see, number one, reaching out to people or following up with. Secondly, adding people to the list. And number three, then tracking. To be honest, we're gonna turn this number three, tracking, into a line. It's a line between leads and customers. Guess why? Because we want to track our activities related to our contacts, to our leads, and also to our customers. We want to track on a weekly basis our growth and what kind of work we did. Otherwise, we don't know what we need to do and we don't put the numbers down and we can't go back and analyze when did we do what. So tracking is going to be a middle line between leads and customers. On a weekly and a daily basis, you want to track, did you reach out to a few people today? How many people was added to your list? Have you posted 3 times this week as well? That's the key as well, how to add people to the list. Posting 3 times a week content on social media and to your YouTube channel. Have you posted content? And I teach in my course, right, how to create connection, inspirational content, how to create a value-driven content that's combined with lead generation, and thirdly, how to create promotional content that gets people to take action, right? And they then land on your list so you can talk to them or you can get them into your membership program, right? 3 times a week, you will want to post content. You want to track those numbers. So tracking how many people you reached out to, tracking how many people was added to the list, and tracking have you posted content, right? That's all related to this idea of what do we need to track in regards and do, to be honest, right? Related to the leads, right? And turning the leads into customers. And I don't know if I mentioned, right? But one idea of how you're going to get more people added to your list is as well getting your customers send you referrals. But we'll talk about that anyway, right? Because those people can be added to the list of who you need to talk to as well, right? Customers sending you referrals. And by the way, you make these 3 activities, 2-3 activities for lead management, leads being turned into customers. So you make them work through the talking to people method that I mentioned so many times already, right? Because yes, you are adding people to the list, you're reaching out to them, and you are talking to them on quick calls, right? You need to know this method, right? So you know how to talk to people and turn them into your customers. But here is now the catch, which summarizes it all, right? If you don't get your customers on a weekly or a daily basis successful, so they transform their lives and become your successful case studies, right? None of this will work. You're gonna not be able to build a successful membership program. So you're gonna see when you sign a new member, right? The problem of your customers and your members is that sometimes they're gonna get a little off track. And it's your job to quite often hold them accountable so they stay on the track. And to be honest, I've heard a lot of people, hey, I don't know if I would weekly or so DM my members who are not showing up on calls, or if I would follow up with them. I don't want to do this one-on-one kind of work to follow up with some people so they stay. I don't want to try to hold them accountable for $97 a month. I will say to those people this, $97 per month is still $1,000 per year. Right? And if your member falls off because you didn't just like DM them, hey, I've not seen you on a group call, hey, come to this next group call this next week, right? If you don't do those kind of small activities, you're gonna be losing 30% of your members, right? And that's why this idea relates to the idea, hey, you could hire a VA or a teammate, right, who helps you take care of your customers. There's an advanced system, right, that I am following right now. I have a dedicated teammate who takes care of follow-ups to my leads and to my customers. He helps me. But my point here being is that on a weekly basis, you should touch base with those people who don't attend your weekly group calls, or maybe in 2 weeks' time, you've not seen them for 2 weeks, or they didn't take action, they didn't complete that course task or that module, right? You should weekly DM those people and try to get them back on track. So that's an activity that I want you to track on a weekly basis. How many people did you weekly need to DM? How many customers, right? Did you need to weekly DM to keep them on track, right? And by the way, this is related to an idea that I have in my CRM software called customer management pipeline. I am running a customer pipeline, management pipeline, where I am tracking all of my customers' success. And there can be even created an automation that if someone didn't really come for 2 or 3 weeks on a group call, they could get an auto email as well, right? So that's related to those systems that we talked so many times about, right? You can create automated systems that keep your members on track or so, right? I'm just bringing this in because I am having a customer management pipeline that keeps people on track. But for you, you're just gonna, if you have 5, 10, 15 members, right, you're gonna ask yourself on a weekly basis, who do I need to DM to pull them in and they will come on a weekly group call this next week? Maybe new members don't even know when your group call is. They didn't get the link. They didn't put it on their calendar. You're gonna need to reach out to them to get them back on track. On a weekly basis, please track that activity. And by the way, I think I forgot to tell you here as part of the customer support about that when we are running our membership program, right? There are 3 mini levels of customer support that we give to our customers. The first one is a weekly group call, right? Get your clients, your customers, they have to come to a weekly group call. You gotta know that, right? Secondly, if they don't come to the weekly group calls regularly and consistently all the time, yes, that's related to what we are talking about right now. You gotta DM them. You gotta DM those who don't come to the group calls because they're gonna probably then fail or not succeed, right? My point here is with this next thing, right? You can support your members as well through quick 10-minute one-on-one calls, right? And you can decide who you're gonna get on those one-on-one calls. In my case, there is few scenarios of who I go on one-on-one calls as well with, right? If someone told me that they really want to transform their life, they really want to become successful, right? And become the best case study of mine, I might want to meet with them here and there one-on-one as well, but it's mandatory that they come to the group calls with me as well, right? And then on top, I give them quick one-on-one 10-minute calls as well. And sometimes I even record those and put them on my YouTube channel in exchange for me going on one-on-one calls with that person or member of mine, right? They are getting my one-on-one support, but I do get a YouTube video material so everyone can see my coaching style, right? So that's when I do my one-on-one 10-minute calls or 20 minutes or whatever, right? Now, on the other side, if someone didn't come to a group call for 3 or 4 weeks, you might pull them in and say, hey, speak with me one-on-one so I can get you back on track, right? So that's just like a tool as well to get someone back on track. But please have some boundaries, right? Don't throw your time away to people who are not respecting you, right? And some other times that when I go on quick 10-minute calls is as well to those people who come on weekly group calls. I sometimes spend before or after the group call quick 5, 7, 10 minutes with people privately, or another 2 or 3 people are listening, right? And I just coach them kind of for free because they are in my membership. I really want them to succeed, right? So that's another usage of quick 10-minute calls. And I'm bringing this up is because this is how I make my customers successful, right? Via group calls and of course the community forum support, right? DMing those who don't come to the weekly group calls, and then on top I do quick 10-minute one-on-one coaching calls as well with the people that I just mentioned to you before. Now, so you see, this is the activities that I do toward my customers on a weekly and a daily basis. I follow up with them and I track their success in my customer management pipeline. Now, I brought one more thing that you would want to track and do with your customers on a weekly basis. I need you to keep this in mind, and this is related to getting our members, of course, successes, but then getting them refer more members come to us. You could track on a weekly and a daily basis how many customers did you reach out to and asked them, hey, who else do you know that could join our membership program? I made a goal here down below that on a weekly basis, you could ask 5 or 3 or 4 or 5 of your customers, who else do you know? Who do you know that I can put down here on the list and talk to sign into my membership program? And I'm bringing this up is because if you do these activities on a weekly basis, take care of the leads and customers, and get your customers refer more people to come to you, and track these numbers, right? You're gonna be growing naturally just by doing this work on a daily basis. You see, your customers will be getting transformations, successes. They will be creating you will be creating testimonials, case studies with them, right? They will be referring to you more people to come to you, and you're going to be signing more members to start the journey with you. And that's how, by just doing the daily work, you can get from 5, 10, 15, 20 members to 30 to 50, and put some systems in place, you can get to the 100. And everyone is going to be so happy and helping one another and supporting one another on this journey. This is my 5 years of work here. And the last year brought it all together for me. And I'm using the Skool app that hosts it all for me. I have a CRM software for automations and for email list building and so on. And most importantly, I am helping people succeed inside of my membership program. So they are referring more members come to us, and Skool is allowing us, our members now, to be paid commissions. And I'm doing those advanced things, right? Running webinars for group enrollments. It just boosts it all, right? Systems. I already told it to you all today, right now, right? Hopefully this makes sense to you. If you just go step by step through what I outlined to you, create your membership offer, sign the first few people paying you, get them successes, get those members, refer to you more members, do some automated stuff, and most importantly, do the daily work here, right? You can grow. You can go step by step from 0 members to 1, 3 to 5, 10, and then 15, 20, 30, and hey, hopefully 100 one day. If you found this video valuable, make sure to join our free Skool community where we support one another and we are putting all of these things in place. It's completely free. I have a free course, free community in there, and you're going to be able to participate in this energy field of ours and succeed as well. Have fun. So as you can see, if you take care of your customers and contacts and you do the work on a weekly basis and a daily basis, right? If you do the reach outs, you keep adding people to the list, you track it all, you then serve your customers, you follow up with them so they succeed, you get them then to recommend more people come to you. And if you just do this on a weekly basis, right, and you, of course, you post content, you take care of those people who were referred to you, you're building the list throughout all of these kind of things, right? You're gonna make it work. If you just do the work, you're gonna make it work. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below that you liked it, and make sure to come into our free Skool community where I have a free course and a free support community group where we work together, we support one another on this journey. Find the link down below, join in, and we'll hang out more.